Crystal, who's in our platinum program, says I have 3 offers out. Looks like I'll be getting something under contract this week. That's awesome.
Good job, Crystal.
Very cool. Margaret says, tell Regina to contact me. So there you go, Regina. Cool. All right. So Yogi dropped your Maniac YouTube video.
I'm dead.
So for those of you that want to see Stacy, she's right there. Yogi dropped that for you. You need some leg warmers, right on.
I'm dead.
I'm trying to find
I have leg warmers, thank you. I'm wearing them right now.
Keep dropping your questions in here. We got one right here from Batel. How do you find a balance between being laid back with a contractor and nagging? What's a good balance? I love you. I wasn't calling you a nag, Batel. That's a tricky question, right? Because as you first are meeting with them, if you set the tone in the beginning, you could be less of a nag later. So what I mean by that is there's like so many different ways that you can influence people. You either get commitment, compliance, or nothing. In the beginning, we're meeting with that contractor and we're trying to get the scope of work and what are all the milestones, when the project's going to be done, what are the ETAs, like week 1 is what, week 2 is this. Going through that and getting their commitment on, yeah, this is like the high level, macro level of what's going to happen. But I also, as an experienced investor, know that shit happens and some things go wrong. So there's got to be the question of in asking them for some involvement on, all right, so if this isn't done, I mean, what are some of the things that might happen that could throw us off track? And just be thinking about those things kind of out loud with them. And then, okay, so if that did happen, how would you handle that? And that's also part of your vetting process, right? As you're talking to contractors and finding out, okay, when we're going through this process and you already know the property, what do you think we could stub our toe on? How will we course correct? And then it's easier down the line if that happens to be like, okay, but remember when we talked about that and you said we'd do this? Let's go ahead and do that contingency plan and move forward. So you're kind of getting their commitment on when the timelines will be, but you're also getting contingencies and getting their involvement on, yeah, this may go wrong and this might go wrong. And if it does, this is what we'll do. So you're getting a lot of commitment, but let's just say that they keep coming back and telling you, well, this went wrong and this went wrong and it's all the things, right? Then you need to have more meeting frequency with them and kind of like just, it's like pushing rope or herding cats to try and get that. When the sky is falling to a contractor, the last thing they want to be doing is answering the phone and answering messages all day. So when it's like a sky is falling type of situation, what I did is I said, okay, cool. I realize shit's hitting the fan. I understand that we're like in secondary, tertiary contingencies here. And we still need to keep an open line of communication. So as you're encountering those things, please keep me in loop if there's anything that I can do so that we can get over this hurdle quickly. And then what does that communication look like? Now, when you have a rogue contractor that then all of a sudden, because they feel the pace and the pressure, they might withdraw a little bit. So you've got to figure out different ways to get to them. So nagging could feel like when if you don't do that pre-frame in the beginning on, okay, what might go wrong? What will we do about that? How will we handle that? What will our communication look like? If you don't develop that relationship up front, when shit hits the fan, and it will, that's when it comes across like, oh man, you're pace setting me, right? I don't know about you. I have 4 kids. Well, we have 4 kids. And every morning when we're trying to get them ready for school, it's like, brush your teeth, put on your shoes, go find your shirt. Why don't you have clean underwear on? It's a shit show. And all of our kids now, that 9, 8, they're like, God, like, get off of me. You're on my 6 constantly. And of course we're like, do it. Just do the things and then you don't got to hear us, right? But the fact is, like, that's kind of like what happens in contractor land. They're so busy with all the problems that are popping up and they're like whack-a-mole and you're trying to get information and they're like, you're just one more wall I got to whack. One more mole I got to whack is not like on my priority list right now. So that's why it's super important to address that in the very beginning and build that relationship. And I hope that helps, Patel. You're a one-on-one student, so if you need more, call me. Go ahead. You got anything else to say about that? Or did I do okay?
That was so great.
Real estate investing or investing in passive income, multifamily or apartments, feel free to join our free private Facebook group. If you know that you want help, you know you want someone to hold your hand, and you know you want to be part of a mastermind and have coaching, all that you need to do is text the word freedom to 619-373-8461. So if you just want to see like what is that about and how can I speed up my results and do it more safely? I'd be happy to chat with you about what your options are and see what we can do to help you along your journey.